Hey guys, Verdier here. This is the fourth time trying to make this video because I'm hack coughing like an idiot. And because if I put the light on the back, everything flashes off and on in front of me. So you're going to see a lot of flashing in front of my face. Mainly that's the video of the install in progress. So I can, talk about what's going on and give you an idea what happened. This video is going to be mostly about the install itself. We only got the front door speakers replaced. And we had ballistic matting done on the front doors and the rear doors. This video, so it's only like half done. The car's only half done or 1/3 done because we still have to do the center dash speaker too. This is for touring, but a lot of this will work for an EX as well. Just, the amp might be in a little bit of a different place, but the ANC will be in the same place. Back from a coughing fit. Hopefully the video quality will be okay. I can't tell about that, but we'll do it the best we can. I'm still trying to get over this cold. The install went very well. Better than expected. Turned out it's a very easy car to install into. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with the videos. You may see a lot of flashing in front of my face. That's just the videos playing while I discuss them. Then of course I'll edit them in. You won't be seeing my face most of the time. Thank God for you. So we're going to start with the very beginning. The first thing we're going to do, and let me make sure the volume's off yet. First thing we're going to do is remove the glove box. This is the video. Here you see it. Glove box has been removed. Basically, just pull it down, squeeze the sides, and pop it off. It comes right off. This is what it looks like on the inside. No big deal. Some of the side panels pulled off, and of course the bottom panel there pulled off. No big deal. But this is basically before you get to the ANC, the noise canceling unit. Next video. On. This is where the whole car apparently is grounded. Very cool, Honda. That right there is the ANC. That's what you want to unplug for your noise canceling and so forth. So that is where the ANC is. We're going to pull it out next in the next video. I have no idea how to control this crap. This is really beginning to annoy me. Now we're going to engage the next video. Next video shows the ANC that it is hanging right there. That's what you're going to be unplugging. We're just double checking the parts. And this is what it looks like in a touring. And what is that? That is the amplifier for the touring down there in the kick panel. It's got a huge heat sink on it to keep it cool. I think it's pushing close to 450, about 450 watts of power. So if you're going to be bypassing or dealing with it, that's where the amp is the whole time. Another nice thing about Honda in all of this is that if you have a puppy at home, free pee pads for your puppy. For some reason, Honda likes to use these cute little pads. They look like pee pads. They probably are pee pads for puppies. Obviously, they're obviously there for noise, for any rattles and keep rattles from happening and so forth. But I thought I'd just add that little bit of humor in there while we're at it. So as we go on, now we're going to be showing the removal of the window switches. Very simple. Get plastic tools. They pop right off. Pretty much everything is a pop-off on this car. It's a very, very simple thing. We're just going to run all the videos straight in a row. We're going to show them taking off here, taking different parts of the panel off. It pops right off. You pull it right out. There are a couple of switches plugged in. They're very easy to unplug. Pull them right out. It's a very, very, very simple procedure. Here, the whole thing's been unplugged, and you're going to see the only screw in the entire door. The whole door has one screw right there. Take that screw out, and you are screw-free. The rest of it is just popping the panels. That's what we're going to watch now. Door panel being popped one right after the other. After that, it's really very simple. You just got to be very careful as you pop them to make sure you don't break your clips as you're pulling them out. It's not all that hard. May take a little elbow grease at certain points, unhooking things. But basically, most of it is just careful. Use the plastic tools. You can get them on eBay or Amazon. They're basically plastic panel poppers. I bought myself a set. This is obviously his set, and he took the panel off, and it's really simple. All of that pops off. That tweeter right there, that's the actual tweeter that comes in the Touring. The EX tweeter looks a little different, but it's basically the same. Very, very, very simple process to do this, and very simple to take off. Mostly you're just pulling on it and lifting up to take it off and so forth. So we're going to end with that for now. So as I said, taking the whole door is simple. Honda makes it very simple. Mostly there's just one screw involved. The rest are just clips. You should have yourself a box of clips just in case if you need. We broke one clip. Otherwise, everything went perfect. It helps that it's a new car too. Everything's fresh. Next, you're going to get a view of what looks inside of the passenger door panel. You're going to see some extra wires, some green wires. Those are actually for the ambient light kit I have. So here's the video. There's the original driver. It's probably going to look exactly the same for you EX model owners. Can't speak for LX, but probably EX is going to be the same. Your tweeter's going to be a little different. You can see down here, that's for ambient light kit that goes in the bottom of the door. And that, of course, was for the window switch. No real big deal here. Very simple. Of course, that's where the, all the rest of it. There's, of course, the famous Honda diaper. I guess, block off sound. Behind there is pretty much an open door where a lot of ballistic matting is going to go in to cut down on the vibrations. We're going to show a lot of videos of the ballistics going on there. But I call that the famous Honda diaper. All right. Next video I'm going to show you is I'm just going to show you the actual door panel itself off so you can get an idea. Here's the video. This is the door panel as it is when it's completely off. That's what it looks like on the back. Basically just a bunch of clips, lots of little parts and pieces. Not all that hard to deal with. Very simple to hook up. Very simple to replace. To be honest, it's probably it's very user doable. Any of us can do this. I could probably do this. Other wiring I don't want to fool around with, but popping panels off as long as you're careful and you know where at least now you can look at it, you can get a good idea of where the panels are, and that's where the screw goes in originally, and that is essentially what the panel looks like off. Alright. Next, I'm going to show you a quick video showing you what the original drivers and the corner post looks like. The corner post is very interesting on this car because the tweeter snaps in and it can be unsnapped out. You need like a little pointy tool is what you're going to want to use. And it even comes apart more, which is going to show real great how well it works. So here we go. That's the main driver and the tweeter. Tweeter weighs as much as the main driver, and that's what it looks like. That's where it pops in. That's the part it pops into. That is the corner. That whole part right there actually comes out too, which is really nice. And I'm going to show you in the next video, which are going to run straight into the next video with the rest of the parts off. Here's the next video. See, the center part's been taken off. Comes right out of there. That's what your tweeter pops in, and then that pops in there, and everything is held together. It's really a great setup, and I'm going to show you why, because in the next video, you're going to see what it looks like with the tweeter, and I'm going to pause this. Next, you're going to see what it looks like with the kicker tweeter. This is before it's been fully installed. I'm going to show you how it fits perfectly into that hole, and it came with its set of rings, and its ring goes right over the top, and it looks absolutely perfect. In fact, it looks stock. Beautiful. They made it very simple. A little touch of hot glue, and it's all set. So here's the video. I'm going to show you the corner piece, and that's the kicker tweeter installed. Beautiful. Look at that. That looks absolutely like it's part of the car and the way it's supposed to be. And that's what it's going to look like when it's in the car. Not a problem. Not at all. It's a fantastic design. Thank you, Honda. You made it easy. We do appreciate it. All right, one thing I do want to go over. Speaker brackets. I ordered the wrong speaker brackets. Excuse the coughing. My bad on that. I think I know the correct numbers. If not, I know another manufacturer that will give you the correct ones. Doesn't make much of a difference. They fit fine. The only difference with the incorrect ones like I hear is that he had to screw in 2 extra screws that weren't there just to hold it secure. Not a big deal. But here we're gonna play the video right now. 827803s. basically with Metra, I believe we're supposed to have the 827805s, not the 7803s. So very, very important. Just to be 100% sure on this, it's also important that the other part choice you can choose. There's a part called American International. It's the HSB 524s. Those are the correct rings also. Either one, the HSB 524s I'm more sure about. But if you don't mind putting in a couple extra screws, which is not a big deal, doesn't really matter in the end. So really very simple. Next video I'm going to show you is the door panel in progress. We got a little bit of ballistic matting done back there in the corner, you can see, and up front. This is just the beginning starting on this, just to give you an idea how the ballistic matting is done. There's going to be a lot more put in there, but this is just the beginning to show you what it looks like. Very simple, not a hard process to do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with this because this thing keeps running and I can't get it to pause. Next, I'm going to show you some more interior ballistic matting done. This shows more of it on the inside. This is on the opposite door. Again, not complete. You see there's still some openings and so forth, but you're going to put more in there, and it ends up looking absolutely fantastic. And I'm also going to show you the rear door panel with a heavy-duty dosing of ballistic. This is ballistic matting, essentially just a competitor of Dynamat. You can get Dynamat. Some people consider Dynamating better. I got a better deal on this. This is better for me, and it does what it needs to do. So rear door here. Again, a lot of ballisticing done to get as much vibration out of it as possible. Sound dampening is very important for good sound, and that's what we're doing on this car very heavily. And that's what I really wanted to do on this. I'm not going to set you up with the next video. The next video is going to show you the door with the main driver and tweeter installed. These are the QS kicker series. This is the main driver before ballistics are done. So here we go. That's the main driver. Barely fits. That's 6.5. Don't go 6 3/4. You will regret it. That's with the other improper ring and everything. But it all fit just fine in there. And that's all the interior, what it looks like. And there's the quick tweeter right there. Very nice. Looks very pretty. Everything plugged in. Everything nice. Next you're going to see, here's the video with the ballistics in. The ballistics all around there to get dampening down. All the dampening is all done behind the door. The crossover is right back there in the corner. You can't see it because it's inside the door. All tied down, all ready to go. And the final video, now, this is what it looks like finished. Looks like it belongs there, doesn't it? Fantastic. Looks great. Easy install. Popped right on. And it did great. And of course, you can't even tell about the other one. That's the other... that's where the main driver is. Again, 6.5, no 6 3/4. You might be able to squeeze some 6 3/4, but don't worry about it. It's not worth it. And as I move back here, you'll see that's basically where the crossover box is. Again, it's inside the door, tied down into the door with a lot of ballistics to keep it from any kind of rattling and any kind of vibrations coming from it. And one quick view here. That's where your amplifier is on the Touring. All right, that's the end of these videos. Obviously, we still have the rear deck to do. That's going to involve another pair of QS series kickers with a crossover. We're going to have to get in there, and it's going to have a subwoofer. And that's also a kicker subwoofer. It's going to go in there and a lot of matting. That's going to be a little bit more difficult because there's a lot more parts to pull off the bottom. I'm going to have to convince this gentleman if he'll do it because that's tough. Okay, general opinions on the install. The guy was very trepidatious about doing it. He said he had a great time. He said this car is easy to work on. Very easy, very Honda. The tweeters fit in like a snap. Easy, simple. They went right in. It's made to be easy to change. It really is. It's very simple. The matting was easy to do. The doors came right apart, plus the car being new, everything, and all the plastics didn't fall apart and everything. So it went fantastic. This video is good for you EX users too, because your ANC is still going to be in the same spot up there to unplug. Your amp may not be in the same spot, but it might. I haven't looked in one of those yet. Your speakers are basically going to be the same. Your tweeters are different for sure. I've seen the tweeters in those cars, and they're a little different. Not as high-end, although I don't think the high-ends are all that high-end, in my opinion. But I can tell you something. It's fascinating that the tweeters themselves weighed as much as the main drivers did. In fact, more than the main drivers. So they put a lot of money into those tweeters. They're very heavy. Probably big magnets. But, big ain't always better. But that's going to be the end of this video, showing you the first install. I'm going to make a video afterwards, discussing how it went afterwards and what I thought. This is Verdier out. I hope this helps any of you guys looking to do this. Sorry I didn't have any wiring done, but the wiring was a whole different thing. It wasn't all that hard. Really wasn't. It turns out that the speaker wire harnesses I got are the correct ones, so they're fine. They work with Hondas, no problem. And it's easy. It was a very easy install. It did take a lot of time. There was a lot of matting done. Okay, Verdier out, and I will have a reaction video afterwards letting you know, is it worth it?